Some of you may have read the book, Chicken Soup for True Love. My story is in about my husband for proposing to me. It's a fun background that's not in the book. We were just friends. We met at church. We were friends for quite a while. And then one day he said, "I want our friendship to change. I want our relationship to change." And I was on the other end of the couch, and I kind of moved back. I don't think so. I wasn't really ready. And he said, "No, I want to court you for a year, and I want to see what will happen." So from the very beginning, there was a foundation laid that this is what we're moving toward, a possible marriage. But, I'm going to give you time. Thank goodness. And so I knew that I was going to say yes when he asked me. And he took me one day out to the park, and we were sitting on the hillside watching the sun go down. And these kids were having a party, and they were driving their pickups round and round and round. The radio was loud, and he didn't want to ask me while all of that was going on. And so finally it got dark, and the kids disappeared, and he pulls out the little box and asked me, "Sheila, Diane, will you marry me?" And I was thinking, Sheila, Diane? I don't know what his middle name is. How am I going to marry somebody and I don't even know their middle name? I've been deciding that I'm going to do this and I don't even know. And he's down on his knees asking me to marry him, and I'm sitting there doing nothing in the dark. And he says, "Sheila?" I said, yes, I'll marry you. And I was thinking, okay, I can find his driver's license. I can figure this out. I'll marry him. I'll know his middle name. And I'm just too transparent. On the way driving out of the park, I started thinking about how I was going to get his driver's license. And then it occurs to me, I know his middle name. His middle name is Stephen. It's his first name I had forgotten. So I'm sitting there realizing that I'd done that. And I started giggling. I just kind of, and he looks over, "What is it?" Well, I'm not fast enough thinking. I couldn't come up with anything. I had to complain and tell him the truth. And he says, he has to explain to me why I should have known all along. But he didn't get upset. We laughed. By that time, when I'm trying to explain what I'd done and why I didn't say yes right away and all of that, I'm giggling so hard I can't hardly talk. So he's not going to get mad at me now. And we had so much fun with that, because it just shows that his wife is a little flaky and really does need him. We've had a lot of fun with that, and we picked up a speaker. I was part of a retreat, and I had to go to the airport and pick up a speaker for the retreat, and Stephen drove us. And on the way back, we're exchanging stories, and that's one of the fun stories that we had. And so we were telling her, and she got really quiet. And she said, "Oh my goodness." And we said, "What?" And she said, "I just had the biggest argument with my boyfriend because he couldn't remember my middle name." And we were just dumbfounded. And we actually just kind of let her stew in that for a second or two, and she goes, "I guess there are some things that are more important." So that's another instance of celebrating the mistake. Just enjoy it. Life is full of bubbles, and just go with it and enjoy it. And you don't know how it will spill out later on other people. But God has a way of using everything.